Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I play the various regions, counties, areas, territories, states, whatever you call the first level of subdivision in the various countries of planet Earth, and I play these on GeoGuessr. And I do so to explore and see places I've never been to and probably will never go to, hopefully having some fun in the meanwhile, and try to play a perfect game of 25,000 points on GeoGuessr in whatever area I am exploring at a given time. And if I am successful in getting 25,000 points, well, that's the last you'll see of that area in this series. And if I fail to do so, you might see it again at a later date. And today we're going to Turkey, and it seems like my random number generator has developed a thing for Turkey, and then Central and Eastern Anatolia in particular. So today we're going into the Yozgat province, which has 420,000 people, covers 14,000 square kilometers, and has pretty much every Turkish province. The place is named for the main city, or at least the capital city of the area, which in this case is the city of Yozgat, which lies here, and has 92,500 people as of 2022. I guess they might be nudging 100k by now. And, well, this is yet another rural, it seems at least, and with a fairly modest population for being a province of Turkey. Okay, this is quite rural overall. And we've had a few of those already in Turkey, so let's see if this one is any different. So we'll head into Yozgat, and as always we will make a challenge and copy the link and put it... sorry, I got a bit of a cold, so I might get a little coffee and sniffly. But anyways, you'll find the link to this game in the comment section of... not the comment section, the description section of this video, so you can have a go at trying to play this along with me. Let's see if you can beat me. Which is not a huge feat, as I'm not a professional GeoGuessr player by any standards, but a gifted amateur at best. But I've been playing this game for, well, at least for 10 years now, but only got sort of half serious about it for the past 5, 6 even when I think about it. So, let's see. Very typical Turkey. And let's see if there is any name to this small town. And let's see, was there anything on the side of that one? Katsilar, Demir, Dokhrama, Karahatsip. Okay. Could actually be the name of the place, for all I know. Well, it's not any place with that name sort of leaping out of the map. So we'll have a little further look. Coverage is a bit slow today, and I guess that garbage can won't say much. Bayadihin. Okay. So Bayadihin. That we got Bahadin. But we got Bayadihin. And let's see, what way is this road going? It's going pretty straight south. Bayadihin. Okay, let's use your eyes properly. Maybe we can find it this way, but I think I will have to head out of town to get a Proper confirmation. Okay, so we can't see by... Oh! It's way up here. Okay. Now, does any of this stuff fit? That's the next question. So, I guess we are approaching this bend down here. This one. Let's see if there's sort of a little loopy thing going on here. Which I assume is the road going in here. No, there's a road going in here. It's looking the wrong way. That meets up with that house, and then it's going to come back down over here. Okay, so we found a town. Now let's see if we can figure out where on earth we are in it. Because there's precious few landmarks here, but at least... Well... So we've got this long building. It could be one of these. And it does have that thing that juts out, except it's at the opposite end of what I expected. So let's see. So we've got several long buildings. We're going to go like 3 in a row. So we've got 2 quite long ones. Two quite long ones, and this one has a rather large building behind it. Which doesn't really fit anything I see here. And I'm looking the right way as well. What's odd? Unless it's that one. Let's see now. It doesn't really fit, does it? But then there is this thing, and this one lies back from the road quite a bit. There's an open space between the two. So that fits well with that one. We turn over, and well, the trouble is that we have buildings here. Well, it's got a road going into the side. Let's see if we can identify any of these roads. Let's see. So here we got some buildings on the street. I don't see any roads in yet. Here's one. No road going into that side yet, but here's a road going in that way. And it's not that road. Am I even further up than I think? Oh, we can't be that far up the road. So which is this then? It's definitely not that one. And I don't think it's this one either. So I have a feeling this road is actually not showing on the map. Well, that's a road of sorts going in that direction, and that kind of matches that. And that thing matches that. And that thing there is quite likely that. Although it might not be. This is gonna be a tricky one. Let's see, so now we are north of the bend. And we have, so now we're here. That building is not on the map. When is this footage from? 2025, it's quite recent, okay. So, I'm gonna assume that this is that. Turn across the street and we have this building. And then we have a long building, which has to be this one. And that one is adjacent to this one, which must be that. Then we go on. There's a road going into the side here, and then we got that building here, which must be that one. Because this is that. So, if I'm right, I'm here. And it kind of looks like the real deal. Let's try that. Nice. Whew. That was tricky. Oh my word. Bye-bye 25k. Wow. 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 That is remote. That is well remote. So we're in the valley that goes... So there's a valley here that goes east-westy kind of thingy. Let's see, is this a mountain pass or something that we can get a view of from the top? I tend to say that I normally don't do this, but I've been doing it increasingly more in this series. Like, instead of going downhill, which I usually do, I go uphill to see if there is a vantage point. Okay, so we're in some houses down here. I wonder what you grow in this place, except for rearing goats. So, vegetation is looking patchy, except down in this little comfy valley. There's a railroad going here. Okay, that is interesting at least. So, and this, whoa, this valley just widened out all of a sudden as we're now turning south. Okay, let's get to this crest here. Maybe. That looks like a small town. Let's figure out what that is called. Huh. That's kind of interesting to see such a lush green place in this absolute scorched area. I guess the images here might be from late summer, given how everything has been grazed down. Right, what do we have here? Saryanrak in 11 kilometers, and oh, we can actually go here. Karshilama, Tunnel 3, Chik something. Are these all the places we can go to? Or... well, that's the name of the place. One, back, two, back. There we go. Kurdeve. Okay, can we see any sign of Kurdeve? Not at this level of zoom. I think I might have to zoom a little more. Let's see. So we're in an area with a railroad. And I would be very surprised if there isn't a railroad station in Kurdeve. And that one of those signs outside or on the road said something about tunnels. So, here's Kurdeve. Okay, well, is that this Kurdeve though? I'm having my doubts. Well, that's a Saryaprak. So how does this work then? Looking southwest. This is Kurdeve. Here's the railroad that we saw. So, let's see, northeast. And we're on the northern side of this valley. Meaning, let's see, so we came from the north. That means we're currently here. And that's Saryaprak. And that also means that we were somewhere up in this area. I think we might have been over here. Looking southeast. Okay, then we're over here. Blast. And, well, actually any number of places we could be. So here we got an abrupt turn to the right. And then the road does like that. Which kind of fits. And let's see if there are any sign of these side roads. Here's one. And here's another. That runs underneath. There's that one. And are we actually coming to somewhere? Oh, right, a road to Kaya. Kaya, okay, yep. Right, so we're somewhere here. And that bend is actually visible. That bend is very visible. And we got these roads here down to the side. Let's see if we can identify those. Excuse me. Because they should be coming up. And there's a tiny bend. So those roads should be coming up very quickly. Except that they might be waiting for this bend. Here's something going off to the sides. Yes. So this is most likely that one. The other one is not visible. But yeah, then we're getting to this little shimmy on the road. So yeah, we're going to count to that one. And then I'm going to count to the start of the bend over there. So let's do that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. 19 to there. Now, the opposite way. Till the bend starts getting really bendy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Turn around. 13, 14, 15, 16. Here starts the bend. So the bend starts at 15. Of course, now I forgot whether it was 19 or 16 over there, so I'll have to count that again. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yep. So we've got 19 and 15. That's 34 between those two. Let's see. Let's put that down in the corner like that. So that's roughly 17. Let's see. So, so that is 17, and I need to find 2. Now I'm going to use my finger on the screen, but you can't see that. Let's see. Then we got 17, 9.5, and midway between the two we have 14-ish. So, okay, so I got there. Abouts. If I'm within 25 meters here, I'm a very, very lucky person. I've not had too many of those. So I'm gonna Count my blessings. Wow. Okay. Should be locatable. But might be quite some work to figure out where it is. Now let's see. Let's have a look at this garbage bin. Unmarked, unfortunately. This is not your regular metropolis, that is for sure. Let's see if we can find the correct way out of this place. And of course, the moment I get to marked bin, the bit of it I want to see is blurred by the blur skirt here. That is, I mean, it covers half the road. That circular blur. But okay. Looks like we might be coming up on the main road here. And that's an imposing mosque for what looks like a fairly modest community. And here we have a bin, which says, ooh, nothing. Oh, okay. It says Yozgat. Got. I don't know if I'm going to use any of that. That might suggest that we're close to Yozgat. Possibly. Let's see, what else do we have here? Musabeli Köyu. Now, Köyu is, I believe, means village. Or something along that line. So this place could well be called Musabeli. Possibly. But I'm having my doubt. Well, I'm always having my doubts in this game. Can we go? No, we cannot go down that way. Okay, let's keep on moving. Oh, I can go down that way. Let's see now. There's this big poster here. Nothing there. And I have to commit that name to memory just in case it is the name of the place. Of course, now there we go. That's Musabeli. Musabeli. Okay. And I think I want to go downhill. Let's see if this takes us out of town. If it is Musabeli or something else. Another bin. Another unmarked one. Oh, hello. Please let this be like it was a Korea the other day. No. Oh, yes, it was. God, I hate these breaks in the coverage that makes you think like, oh no, I can't go any further. Quite often you can't. Well, does not seem like Turkey wants me to know which place this is. But, well, we could still get lucky, but, oh, what's this? I don't think that has got anything to do with anything that I want to know. Wait, whoop! Looky here. I was looking, just happened to be looking there, and it's like, whoop, there it is. Okay, let's see. So we're looking northwest. So I'm down here then. Let's get my bearings properly because I'm totally directionally confused here right now. Come on. Go ahead when I click forward. Come on. Let's see. So that would mean... Yeah. That must have been coming down this street, right? Let's see. Going south. Yeah, so then we are... So, this could actually be a pain to locate. But we're in this bend. That is pretty much without a doubt. Turn around. So we have this long building here. Must be this one. And then there's a smaller building, which I hope is that one. If that is the case, I'm here. Ish. But, well, let's say I'm more close to being here. Can I see this large building behind? Ish. There should also be a smaller building down to the side here, that one. Right. Yeah, that should be alright. Cool. Okay, that was a lucky break. Oh, gods. Oh, no. Oh, no. Turkey says get out of this one. Oh, man. Okay, if I can identify that turn and that turn, I might... Oh, there's a house, a building here. Oh, thank goodness me. We're coming into Çayırözü. Çayırözü. Okay. Please be on the map. Let's see. Çayırözü. Now please let this place have an intersection for somewhere. This is a curious looking place because it almost looks like something grafted out of the Balkans. Oh, which is kind of unusual. Whatever that says. Can we go this way? No. Okay, one way only. Oh, and that was as far as we got, it seems. That seems to be the end of it. Well, the cursor suggests that I can go on further, though. But no. Nope, I can't go that way either. Okay, let's see if I can commit that name to memory again. It was Gayu something. It is Rosie or something. Let's see, it was on the bend here. There it is. I'm gonna write that down because my memory is okay. Çayırözü. Okay, let's break out the notepad and let's see. Çayırözü. Okay, Çayırözü. This is such an inviting place. It's a shame we couldn't explore it further. Because I really like this area. Going southeast. Okay, now I got my compass turned 180 degrees. Because I feel I'm going north. Which of course I'm not. Let's hope that we can get to some community in not too long. Yeah, it has sort of a Bulgaria feel to it, which isn't not far of a reach or a stretch except for all the sand. Okay, so we can get to Çayırözü and we can get to Çayırözü. Is this the road that came up? Okay. Right. Southeast. Going down the hill. Good. And hopefully these switchbacks will make it easy for me to figure out what Çayırözü is when I figure out the general vicinity I'm in. Now we're going eastwards. This is a sort of hill that should lead on to a main road once we get to the bottom, but it seems like we're quite far up in the hills here. Oh. Don't know if I would like to ride a bicycle or a motorbike on this road. That seems a little dicey. All that gravel, but at least they've been putting a sensible speed limit here at 50. Because this is not looking like a road where you want to be gunning it, unless you absolutely have to. And regardless, I don't think you should get into trouble with the Turkish road authorities. And let's see, Bayındır. Okay, let's see if we can find Bayındır. Not right the way. Bayındır. We're definitely not on a main road. Bozhuyuk. But we want Bayındır. This could be a small place. So it's not given that we will find it here. At this level of zoom. I'm not particularly keen on zooming any closer because that means a lot of cross-eyed looking. Let's see. Bayındır. Okay, let's see how much of a place is Bayındır. Whoopty. Yozgat. Okay, so we could be close to Yozgat. Like Musa Bailey was. So let's see if we can see Bayındır around. There's lots of büyüks around. Başı büyüklü. I don't see Bayındır though. Let's see. Nor do I see. No, but we are not necessarily close to Yozgat. Well, now that I started looking, I might as well just complete the job. But I'm fairly convinced that Bayındır won't be easy to see on the map. Come on. Come on. Footage is a bit slow. Clicking, nothing happening. Bayındır. Okay, so it's not a completely deserted place. Well, it's sort of about the same size as the Ooh, this could be useful. Karakaya and Gökdere. Yukari Karakaya. Oh, Karachili, that was close. And Gökdere. I've seen tons of places called Gökdere in Turkey. So, oh, Bayındır Höyük. Here we go. Good. And then here down here is Kayırözü. Unfortunately, the building that I was looking for is not on the map. It's there. Blast. So the only thing I can do is to identify these two turns. Buggeroo. Oh well. Man's got to do what a man's got to do, eh? Actually, it's too dicey. No, I have to identify this bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, actually, we can go with this. 15, 16, 17, 18, 17, 16, 15 to that bend there. And then how far to this bend? 15. That's going to be a bit further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. I'm going to call that 12 to... That's a nasty one. With 12 to there. Let's see, then we got the building to the north. How does that work? Not quite. Although very close. Gonna say 12 is there. And then we got that bend down there. So 12 and 15 is 27. That gives us 13 and a half about there. And that means that 12. Let's see, I'm going to use my fingers on the screen again. Let's see, 12, 13 and a half. Then we got 6 and 3/4 over there. And then we got 10 about there. So should be about there-ish. Now let's see. There's a slight bend in the road here. Oh, that's barely visible. But we're quite close to that one, which is this. Gonna go with that. Might be 30 meters away. But please. Oh, goodness me. No. Oh. Ooh, okay. We're not quite out of the woods yet, but this might be a godsend. Oy, right, so where are we? So we have a couple of signs. And the sun oil. Does it say anything else? Mm. For all I know, that could be the name of a place there, but if so, I'm not able to identify it, but this should tell me something. Okay, so 200. But we're not necessarily on it. We could well be on. We could well be on the E88, is it? That's actually quite likely. So, this is hotel thingy here. I'm going to check it again. But I don't think that Chekilir is the name of a town here. It looks like that is probably going out of town. I just want to check across, just around this bend here and see if there is anything. And if there isn't, I'll be going the opposite way. Satellik. Nope. Okay, then we'll go the opposite way. Is this more recent? No, that's the old footage. Oh, okay. D200, Yerköy and Yozgat. So Yerköy is in the south of Yozgat, if I remember correctly. This is Yozgat, and Yerköy is, that's Yerköy. Right, so we could, no, we're not there, but, no, we're not. Let's see. Because this is just the Istazionu. Okay, so that is to the petrol station. So there, Kirikale and Ankara. Well, that is interesting. Yeah, because that's to the east. Okay. I have, and there's Sekili. Uh-huh. But this doesn't match up what I'm looking at, does it? Let's see. So here we're going westwards for a bit. We were even going slightly southwest, which suggests that we're nowhere near Isekili, but maybe over here. No, not that either. Hang on. We want to stay in the. We want to stay in the right. In the right province. That's usually a good idea. Interesting. So we're going eastwards. Let's. Sorry about all the back and forth, but I kind of want to get this right, and we're definitely not in Sekili. We're nowhere near Sekili. We're not here. This is a weird one, to put it mildly. YHT Estaciono. So are we here? That looks more likely. Cardoyle. Yeah, that's the old name on it. Okay. Now I just want to confirm this. Let's see, there's a river supposed to run here, probably between the trees down there. There's also this road to the side. We got the roundabout there. We got that road going up like so, and it bends. Yes, okay, we got our spot. Now we just need to be spot on. And I believe we're about here. Not, well, those are not on the map. And we're directly southeast. Southeast is that, it's 45 degrees, which is like so. So that works well. And we also have this thing on the northern side of the road, which is not visible. And there's probably a road running up along this fence here, which I cannot use for any particular purpose. And the road that goes down here is not visible. So that's what we got to deal with 2025. Yeah, so the cod oil has been taken over by sun oil. It kind of seems like there's been all sorts of businesses running this place. I hope that, no, that thing is not that one, because that is parallel to this one. Okay, let's go with this. Oh man, that was interesting, and actually quite fun. Of course, it's always fun when you do a 25k run, but there was some tricky locations here, and so happy that I was able to get them. Well, that one was tricky with the houses. And this second one here. Yeah, which one was that? Yeah, well, anyway, that one was. Yeah, that one was a slight beast. And getting that one just by a random glance at the map was good. And then it was this one. Ah, man. Oh well, yep. That is Yozgat in Turkey done. And I'm glad you're still with me here on a tiny dot in space, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode when it's up. Until then, bye bye.